Yo, McGregor, can I get a picture?
What is your beef with Sean Strickland?
Honestly, I had no care about him at all until I posted one thing about Palestine, and it was literally like 3 years ago. Same thing, they were getting bombed, and he just commented on there when it had nothing to do with him because he likes to just put his nose into stuff and get attention. And he said,
"I'm always like me and Bahal Muhammad. I think I said something about Palestine. They should bend the knee or some shit, and it's just kind of like Palestine would be way better if they threw out Hamas and they went to Israel and said, hey, let's make this better. It would be way better. But then you have somebody like Bahal Muhammad, you know, barely ever goes to Palestine. Yeah, and you Israel, like, you're a coward, bro.
It was like the stupidest statement ever, but he did it just to get attention and to get a comment out of myself. So when somebody like that who's sitting there laughing at people dying or making a joke out of it, it just shows what type of person he is.
Here's the thing, man. These judges, real bad. They don't understand the art of striking. They want you to go be on the short bus like Dreykus. They want you to ride the short bus. The man looks like he has Down syndrome, all right? I'm sorry, I don't fight that way. I'm an intelligent man. Sometimes, not really. I like to use the brain, but the people want it. If the judges want it, if fans want it, we're just gonna go in there and put them hands up and, you know, give it to them. Not like that. Not like that, guys.
Fair game. Fair game. Niggas doing the splits.
One shot to kill a legend. That was unbelievable. Adesanya's not happy though.
I'm still alive.
What a moment in the career.
Oh, yeah, pops. Seconds. Oh, that's how the game goes.
Conor McGregor has shocked everyone by spitting on the face of a guy who yelled at the Irishman taking Khabib's name. Conor is getting a lot of backlash for this act as the fans didn't like this at all and called it completely unacceptable. The beef between Khabib and Conor is not hidden from anyone, but the fans believe that spitting on someone's face who only took your rival name is ridiculous.
Started tired. Yo, McGregor, can I get a picture?
I spit in your face, what you do? Nothing. I spit in your face, you do nothing.
Meanwhile, Khamzat Chimaev has officially become a citizen of UAE, and he is all set to fight in the US. Khamzat hasn't competed on American soil since his win over Kevin Holland back in 2022. However, the undefeated UFC middleweight contender is now an official citizen of the United Arab Emirates, and now he can go to the US for his potential title shot. Chimaev has been unbeaten in UFC with a winning streak of 8-0 and is expected to face the winner of the rematch between Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis later this year. However, MMA fans aren't sure where that title shot could take place since Boers has reportedly struggled to get a US visa in the past. But with his new UAE citizenship, Chimaev could be coming back to the United States very soon. Khamzat Chimaev shared a post on his Instagram confirming his new citizenship. He wrote, "It is my honor and privilege to be able to represent this beautiful nation, both as an athlete and a citizen. I would like to thank the UAE for its support, and I will do my best to make this country proud of me. Special thanks to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and Sheikh Hamdan for the trust and opportunity." The CEO of UFC, Dana White, also reacted to the news of Khamzat Chimaev getting new citizenship. He denied all the rumors on Khamzat traveling issues, as he believed that the Russian fighter would easily get a visa for the United States and will fight there.
I saw Khamzat Chimaev today got his UAE passport. There have been some questions about his being able to enter the United States. Do you think this new passport will help it out?
Don't listen to that. He'll get in the United States.
And then
I'm very confident that
do you know a guy?
I'm very confident that we can get him into the country.
While Khamzat has only fought twice over the past couple of years, he remains the favorite to win the next official UFC middleweight title shot. MMA fans were hoping to see Chimaev get his first ever shot in UFC, but the officials were already planning on a Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland 2-title fight, which will go down next weekend at UFC 312 in Australia. Sean Strickland is confident to beat the champion Dricus du Plessis in their rematch. He warned the South African fighter that he is going to brutally defeat him in their upcoming fight. Sean believes that his skills and hard work would come handy at UFC 312, and he will claim the title against du Plessis. In a recent interview with ESPN MMA, the American MMA fighter expressed his feelings about this rematch.
I would imagine that you're more confident going into this one than even you were the first time, because you felt him, you've been in there with him, and you feel like had you had your vision the whole time that
you in the cakewalk. You know, man, I'm always. You could bring a influencer here with the camera, and I don't underestimate them. So it's like I always. Me and Dricus have been thinking about this since we fought. Before we fought, It is going to be a war. He wants it. I want it. I'm confident. He's confident, but I think that I'm going to piece him apart.
Furthermore, Sean Strickland was still not happy with the result of their previous fight, and he believed that a rematch was needed. He said that the way their first fight ended was not good, and this time he would make sure to end things the right way. Strickland said that he didn't want this rematch for the title or revenge, but this match was needed to correct the mistakes that happened last time.
You know what it was, man? How that fight ended needed a rematch. Like if it ended any other way, I'd be like, fuck it, dude. But how that fight ended, it needed a rematch. And even when I win the belt again, I'm like, it's a belt, dude. I live so many different lives that I don't need or want validation in life. I don't need or want it. I like to fight. It's my job. It's what I make money, but it's like, I just don't need validation. I want to fight Dricus because shit wasn't unsettled. I don't give a belt. Like, I don't care about that. I want to fight it because it needs to happen and we need to settle it once and for all.
Meanwhile, Dricus du Plessis reacted to his matchup with Sean Strickland. He thinks that this would be interesting, but he is confident that he will defend his title. Du Plessis believes that even in their previous, he was more aggressive than the American fighter.
My response was clear, there are no pacts between lions and men. That was my direct response, but you know, that was exactly what we did the last time. He said to death, let's go, let's fight to death, and the man threw a jab and a teep for 5 rounds. And this is stats, you can go check it. For 23 minutes, I went forward. He went forward for 2 minutes. That is a very clear indication of who's there to fight and who's there to defend.
The South African criticized the style and abilities of Strickland. He thinks that Sean doesn't have a great record, and his competitor has won most of his fights via split decision.
And listen, very effective style. Yeah, that's his style. But let's not go and act as if Sean Strickland fights are entertaining. The man has 8 split decision victories. Well, 8 split decisions in his 6 victories, 2 losses against me and Cannonier. That is not somebody that's looking for an exciting fight. Split decision means it's a very close fight. And that has to say something. I have 2 decisions over my whole career.
Dricus further explained the difference of styles between both fighters. According to him, Strickland has a defensive style of fighting, but Dricus told how he fights with full aggression to finish his opponent.
Split decision is because he's not doing anything to prove that he's winning that fight, but he's not doing anything to make him lose the fight.
Do you mean he's fighting not to lose?
He's fighting not to lose.
As opposed to fighting to win.
He's good at frustrating people. He prioritizes defense over offense, and I prioritize offense because I'm there to give the people that spend their hard-earned money on pay-per-views and arena tickets a show, a fight. And I'm in there to kill someone. I'm not in there to point my way to victory. And I think that's where the biggest difference between us comes.
Dricus du Plessis is also confident that he would easily beat Sean Strickland. He warned the American fighter that he was going to finish him in their title shot. Dricus du Plessis said, "Going into that Sean Strickland fight now, I know I've been in there with him. He can't handle what I have to offer, so yeah, this time I can finish him. I mean, we saw, yeah, he beat Israel. Now we have a comparison. That's how you finish someone." Dricus du Plessis roasts Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev has recently called out Dricus du Plessis for a fight. Du Plessis revealed that he wants to win 2 titles in UFC. He wants to earn his double title by fighting against other fighters in the UFC who are deserving to win this fight. However, the champ doesn't think Khamzat deserves to get this opportunity at the moment, and he doesn't take him much seriously.
Do you want to, go after these title defense records? Do you want double champ status? What do you ultimately want your reign to be?
Yeah, listen, I want to do what is expected, because do I want double champ status? Absolutely. But I'm willing to earn that. If there's contenders that make sense, I don't want to fight contenders that doesn't make sense. Fighting Israel Adesanya makes sense. Fighting guys that deserve the title shots makes sense.
When you say contenders that don't make sense, do you mean fighters like Khamzat who maybe haven't fought a middleweight ranks, because he's also tweeting like "see you soon" and referencing UFC 300?
Yeah, but he said that to John Jones, so I mean, who takes that guy seriously anyway?
Recently, Sharamagomedov lost the first fight of his career against Michael Page. He lost despite being the favorite, but now the Russian fighter is indicating that he fought while battling a medical issue. He recently shared a post on his Instagram account where he told that his preparations and performance was impacted by a health condition. Sharamagomedov said, "The pirate sails into the harbor, but I will return. I knew all the risks when stepping in with such a nightmarish health condition and preparation. I felt that despite everything, I could still win, but it didn't work out, and that's it. Thank you to the @UFC organization for this opportunity, and to everyone involved. I wanted to put on a show and meet expectations without canceling the fight. Thank you to everyone who stands by me in any situation, alhamdulillah." Dana White reacts to Sharamagomedov's loss at UFC Saudi Arabia. Moreover, Dana White also shared his verdict on the result of the Magomedov versus Michael Page fight. He thinks that the planning of Magomedov was right, but it's sad for him that he couldn't win this bout. Dana White said, "You have to be aggressive with Page, but it's a weird situation to be in because he's a counter striker and he sort of sits back and waits for you. You don't." Dana White further believed that Sharamagomedov fought really well against Michael Page, but unfortunately, luck was not on his side. Dana was impressed with the dedication of Magomedov and praised him for fighting at such short notice.
Shara looked great. I mean, when you got a guy that comes in on short notice, tall, rangy, dangerous on the ground, he fought the fight he needed to fight. Kicked his legs all night, stuck with his game plan, picked him apart with punches, and then when he saw he was in trouble, he went in for the kill. You couldn't have a better performance.
On the other hand, the coach of Israel Adesanya has also reacted to the UFC Fight Night 250 knockout loss, and he admitted that they made a mistake in their fight. The former champion and veteran fighter Israel Adesanya lost his fight against Nasruddin Imavov to complete a hat trick of defeats. In the beginning of round 2, Adesanya claimed that he was poked in the eye, but instead of taking a timeout, the former champion decided to continue the fight. Adesanya told Submission Radio, "The name of the game, particularly in small gloves, you can't make mistakes. We made a mistake. Nasruddin, I would say, with his team, recognized when we made that mistake and they jumped on it, which means they have to have planned. So you've got to congratulate them for that." Adesanya further said that they didn't want to take that break, but that it was a bad decision that cost them this match. Adesanya added, "Izzy got poked in the eye. There was a break. Izzy didn't want to take the break, was just keen on getting on with it. But in doing that, he didn't reset as you normally would and create some space." Meanwhile, Sean Strickland and Muhammad Bilal are busy in their own banter. Both of them have had some beef brewing for a while. Recently, Muhammad Bilal said that he wouldn't mind moving up to the middleweight division just to smack around Sean Strickland. Muhammad Bilal told Submission Radio about Strickland, "I slap him around. I literally go in there and I slap him around. When I think of tough fights, Sean's not one of them. I think he would be an easy fight for me. He beats a lot of guys with cardio. I have better cardio than him. He beats a lot of guys with jabs. I have better boxing than him. He beats guys with teeps. But those guys, they fight him a certain way. They don't fight him smart." The former UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland responded to the above statement by Muhammad Bilal. He used some harsh words for him and dragged Palestine into their verbal war. During his recent interview with the Schmo, Sean Strickland shared that after winning the title at UFC 312, whether he would like to defend it against Bilal Muhammad or not.
With gold around your waist, who do you think you'd defend against? What about Bilal Muhammad? He's the welterweight champ. He's got beef with you. He said he'd go up and fight you at middleweight.
Listen about the Bilal Muhammad. And where is he from? Miami, Detroit? Where the
Chicago.
Bilal, do me a favor, shut the up, go get on a boat, go back to Palestine, go pick up a rock and go do something. I'm so sick of hearing you on the Twitter and just talking shit. Every time I see you, bro, you have your head down like a little girl saying, you know, fight me and try to dry hump me, dude. You're out of here.
The beef between these two highly skilled continues to get nasty, and that much is evident with Muhammad's latest post on social media. Bilal Muhammad said, "Crazy that Chimaev finished Whitaker and Imavov finished Izzy, but the guy that teeped Costa 150 times is getting the title shot, but we all know he's good at crying and using his mouth no diddy. I just heard it from his dad." David Benavidez thinks Canelo Alvarez knows he's not an easy target. David Benavidez recently called out Canelo Alvarez for a fight, but he refused to accept it due to timing issues. However, David took this positively and didn't lose hope. He even explained why Alvarez's refusal to fight him has served as a motivation. David Benavidez said, "I definitely do use that as motivation because if I was such an easy target, he would have come and beat me." Benavidez said, "Just for him not fighting me lets me know how dangerous I am." The light heavyweight title holder was also asked how he would approach a fight with Terence Crawford if he was in Alvarez's shoes. David Benavidez shared his thoughts about this fight and said, "To be honest with you, if I fought Terence Crawford, I would definitely use my size, my reach, my weight to my advantage. Crawford is a very smart fighter, but I guess thankfully I'm not fighting him." Jake Paul makes fun of MMA. Furthermore, Jake Paul has taken a dig at UFC, and he believes that the MMA prize fighting has gotten worse from a fan perspective. Jake thinks that UFC is going down and down with each day, and they need a big upgrade to make things interesting. Jake Paul said, "MMA is not what it was. That's the truth of the matter. Boxing is bigger than ever. The biggest sporting event of the year in 2024 was boxing, whereas MMA is becoming a shittier version of boxing essentially. It's kickboxing because everyone is getting good takedown defense, and everyone's a black belt in jiu-jitsu." Jake Paul further criticized that MMA is lacking entertainment and thrill and getting boring with each passing day. Jake Paul added, "So, there are no more submissions really, there's not a lot of takedowns, and even if it is, it's boring, but everyone's good at takedown defense, so it's literally kickboxing." Well, this is all we have from today's video, and if you liked it, give us a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting content related to MMA. Press the bell icon to get the latest update,